Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. If you happen to click on this, it's not clickbait. I will show you how to do the dragon ride glitch here in just a little bit. If you guys are a long time viewer, I remember, hit that like button for me. If you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe and leave me some feedback in the comments section. I appreciate any feedback and I'm always looking for new viewers. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and do a Skyrim video for you guys today. Skyrim's a really open place, whether you just want to pick flowers for potions and enjoy the beautiful nature of Skyrim, or if you're into a little bit more of a darker scenario, there's the darker side of the world. So there's basically two sides of the spectrum in this place. There's tons to do and you'll be here for hours upon hours. I mean, tons of side quests, spells, armor, swords. There's a lot to do, and I mean, there's no way I could cover it all in one video or even 100 videos. But without further ado, here are 5 of the coolest things that I've found in Skyrim so far from playing. I appreciate your time, guys, and thank you. Alright, first we have wildlife. And I'm not talking about this kind of wildlife like the wolves and bears and stuff that are trying to kill you. I'm talking about the wildlife that you only really see if you actually take the time to look, like these fish trying to swim upstream, trying to do their thing. Also, we got a shot of the infamous ants coming up here in just a second, but there's a lot of little things if you take the time to look that are real cool. I mean, here come the ants here. Just one second, we got the ants coming up. Yeah, the infamous ants. And then also I got this bird here. One thing that's cool about this bird and birds around here is that they actually have nests, and they're like kind of like pre-programmed NPCs and actually have a body, not like other games where they just end up being like paper cutouts or just a shadow in the background or something. This is a real bird and it actually has a function in the game, and just the attention to detail is awesome. Alright, second we want to talk about the leveling up system a little bit, because this is one of the neatest things a lot of people don't realize is that there are so many different perks in this game to level up with. And I mean, it goes well beyond that, because once you actually have maxed out one of these sections, you can actually kind of, I guess I want to say, cash it in and send it back to 0, and you basically end up going up kind of like a prestige level, and the enemies end up getting harder. There's basically there's ton to do. It makes the game so much more playable in different ways. I mean, if you go into one dungeon and you're only level 5 compared to going back to that same dungeon with a different character and you're level 56, the way that the NPCs are going to be equipped is going to be different. The leveling system definitely adds a lot to this, especially since you actually have to use these attributes in order to level them up. Like, you actually have to do your smithing to level up smithing and stuff, and it's just one of the things that I find cool and interesting and awesome. Alright guys, third we got Ulfr's book. Now this goes back to the attention to detail, and we're at White River Watch, and we're going to go in here, and there's a blind guy in here. His name is Ulfr, and he actually has a book, and I know a lot of you guys already know this is old information, but I just find it neat how they pay attention to this kind of detail when we do it. We're going to go up to Ulfr, and you see it says Ulfr the Blind. It tells you that he's blind right there. Can't hear anything, so no matter how much you sneak, he's always going to hear you. See, so you're always going to be detecting. Now we're going to get him out of the way, and let's go. And you might be wondering, what kind of book does a blind man have? When what kind of book would a blind man need? What is this book? And basically nothing. There's absolutely nothing written in this book. The blind man has a book that has absolutely nothing written in it. That's the big thing with Ulfr's book. And I mean, yeah, it's kind of boring, but it's also kind of neat that they went through that kind of a detail to troll you. Alright, we're back at White River Watch for the 4th one, which is the sneak glitch. I know that I covered this on a previous video, but I'm going to go a little bit more into detail. I think the last video that we had actually didn't have anybody at all inside here, so I figured since I was already here showing you Ulfr's book, I might as well go past him and his best-selling novel and come back up here and actually show you what it's like to do it once with it. And even if you're like, oh yeah, well, you did this already, it's my channel, I'll do what I want to, and I'll put up the footage that I want to. Alright, so that is what it is. So I mean, you're basically going to use this glitch. You're going to come up here and you're going to get caught in the terrain. I showed you this before. It works basically in the forward position. If you see, I'm actually stuck here, and then also I think here in a second I'm going to get kind of jarred loose or I'm also, nope, I actually went up there on my own, I'm going to go forward, and then actually it works in this backward position too. Sometimes you can get it caught just right where you basically can just stay there, and you might be able to just tie your controller down and leave and go do something. I don't recommend that you tie it down in the forward position, just in case something happens while you're gone. You might go forward and actually alert those people, and then you're going to be gone doing laundry or cleaning your room or doing something, and you're going to end up being killed. So I suggest that you do it in the backward position, so that if anything happens while you're gone, you just end up going back into that room. Nothing really happens. You don't disturb anybody, and you don't have to worry about much. But yes, like I said, this is some old footage. It's a nice little sneak glitch. I wanted to add it on. It's pretty easy to find early on in the game, so you know, I would suggest go ahead and use this and to your advantage. You know, like let's say, oh, I don't have time to do video games because I got 3 loads of laundry to do. Well, you can do this, kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this glitch, and then actually, you know, come back and still level up, have a good time. Alright guys, thanks. Alright guys, and as promised, this is not glitch bait. Here we go. We got at number 5, one of the coolest things that I found is the dragon ride glitch. And basically this only works when you're able to ride dragons, call them down, and actually make them do your bidding. And basically all you do is you get on top of them real quick, right? Just like you're going to ride them. And usually immediately they're going to want to take off, right? See, that was the animation. But I actually hit that button to dismount before he had the option to take off, and then now I'm sitting on the ground like I'm riding a dragon. When you go into first person view, you're going to look like you're normal and everything, but when you go back into third person view, you're going to be kind of sitting, you know, cross-legged there, and then you could basically just be sitting on the ground. It's kind of cool little animation, cool little glitch. It works as long as you don't go into a loading screen. You know, so if you get into trouble, you go back into first person, kill off the enemies, and you go back to third person and just run around. Alright guys, I thank you for your time, and I remind you, you know, smash that like button for me. Definitely, if you're not a subscriber and you made it all the way through this video, I appreciate it, and I appreciate anybody that actually made it all the way through this video and been watching my videos in a whole. Leave a comment and definitely share my videos so that my channel doesn't end up like this Stormcloak here, and I can actually spread my video game knowledge to you guys. Thanks. Bye.